Greetings, 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 greetings. What's going on, family? What's going on? What's going on? This is Chief Kalanago Flying Eagle. I'm going to talk about something here today that's going to be very, very touchy. It's going to be uncomfortable for some, but you know what? I'm going to drop it anyway. All right. So I'm giving you guys some time to come in. Do me a favor, please. Go ahead and share this link, all right, on your perspective, on your respective platforms, or you're just gonna have to catch the live. Okay, I mean not the live but the recording. Man, I don't know what direction the world is going in, man. I don't know, but maybe it's just me. All right, but first off, I want to acknowledge the great spirit, universal intelligence, the all. you know um I want to acknowledge my ancestors. Man, 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 where is humanity going? I don't know. Where are my people going? I don't know, but maybe I don't know. People are going to call me a conspiracy theorist. And it's funny that even your own family, you know what I'm saying, will get into their feelings and stop talking to you because you speak truth. But because they're so brainwashed, you know what I'm saying, they will not get it. So people get into their emotions. But you see me, I really don't care, because I'm always going to stand for truth, and I'm always going to speak truth, because it's only the truth that's going to set you free. Nothing but the truth. All right. There's no such thing as half truth, some truth, a little bit of truth, part of the truth. No, it's either you are going to stand for the truth or you're not going to stand for anything at all. Well, I'm going to stand for the truth. And it's really that simple. All right. Now, I'm not sure if you guys could hear me. Um, do me a favor, please. If you could hear me, go ahead and type some ones in the chat, please. Let me just check this on Facebook. Let me just make sure I'm good. A little bit of truth, part of the truth. No, it's either you're gonna stand. All right, I'm good on Facebook. All right, perfect. I appreciate that, fam. All right, so guys, what I'm gonna talk about here today, once again, may come off to be a little bit, controversial, which it is, and it's gonna challenge a lot of people's belief, especially in religion. And I make an attempt to stay away from these discussions, but sometimes when the spirit move you, you just gotta go with the flow. And I'm here to open up the eyes of the masses, those who have eyes, let them see, and ears, let them hear. There's a reason for that. And I tell people a lot of times when I speak, I reference the storybook, the Bible. Yes, it's a storybook, and I really don't care who wrote it. What I do know for sure, it wasn't no Sky Daddy. It was written by man. Whether they say they were inspired by God or whoever inspired them, the point is, it makes no difference to me. My question is, did you get the message? And there's a lot of messages in there that people are not able to interpret, because why? They have somebody telling them exactly what it means. Now, the Bible wants you to be a sheep, especially not the Old Testament, but the New Testament wants you to be a sheep. And that's the worst thing that you could be, is to be a sheep and call somebody your shepherd. All right. Because if you look at characteristics of sheep, you could have 1,000 sheep in a pasture, right? And one wolf would come and attack, the sheep. And the wolf would go through one at a time, and they would not fight back. All right. The sheep, okay, all 1,000 of them would stand there and watch one wolf eat every single sheep. And all you would hear is bah, and they would not fight back. And that's how religion and the system want people. They want you to be sheep. They don't want you to think for yourself. Anytime you start thinking for yourself, they call you a conspiracy theorist. You're anti-government, or you don't believe in God. No, I don't believe in your God. You see what I'm saying? But let us get on with this. And I tell people, you only judge people based on their actions. It doesn't matter what people say. If they are not backing up what they're saying, then they are hypocrites. All right? Because I'm tired of people using that book to brainwash people and putting them in fear with this made up God that they put in this book. Okay? Because this God in the Bible didn't make man in its image, or man made that God in their image. That is just facts. Because anytime you could create a God and tell me this God got emotions, this God have a complexion, this God got a gender, this God is a jealous God, this is something that you created. You see what I'm saying? So spare me with with that. So let's get down to some real facts. So the first thing I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go to, and first off, I just got to give credit to, I'm not sure who it was, but there's a young lady that posted a few of these slides on Facebook, and I took it upon myself to just expound on it. So I want to thank her for just doing that. All right. Because I like to give people credit for putting the information out there, but I felt in my spirit that I need to go a little deeper, you know what I'm saying, in sharing what I'm sharing. So let me not prolong this anymore. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Let me share my screen. And let's go here real quick. Okay. Boom. Now, the majority of the world, they have a religion, and most of them believe in the Bible. They think that the Bible is the ultimate truth. You can't tell them anything. So I'm going to use the Bible to validate what I'm saying. And then if you within yourself, you're going to deny, then that means you're a hypocrite. That means you truly don't believe what the Bible say. Okay. You're just flowing or following the masses. And it's ironic that the Bible says the broad path leads to destruction. And when I talk to these religious people and I say, let me ask you a question. Isn't it a fact that the majority of the people in the world, they have a religion? They say yes. So would you agree that religion is a broad path? All of a sudden, when they realize they might entrap themselves, they start getting defensive. But it says it in there. The broad path will lead to destruction. So if religion is a broad path, that means you're actually on your way to destruction. And that's in the Bible. So it's either you're going to believe what the Bible say or don't believe it at all. But you cannot pick and choose what you want to believe in the Bible and say, well, that's a different time. No. If God's word, as far as the Bible is concerned, if God's word is forever unchanging and God is always the same from the beginning to the end, why are you telling me some things have to be changed? So you're telling me God make mistakes? You're telling me that God is the original and his son came to change the word that he put in place? Nah, man, y'all got to get y'all story straight. And like I said, people get into their feelings. I don't care. Even my family, when I speak truth, they get defensive and they don't want to talk. Like I said, it doesn't matter to me. I came here to have my own experience, and it's either y'all going to stand for the truth or I'm not going to deal with hypocrites. Period, point blank. All right, so let's get into this. Let me show you how you're voluntarily taking the mark of the beast. Okay, let us go to Revelation. Now, Revelation, the book of Revelation supposedly is a book of things to come, things that are being revealed, prophecies, so to speak. All right. And now we are in a day and age where we are supposedly seeing these prophecies come to pass. But what people don't realize, it was a blueprint. Okay. This is not revelation from a sky daddy. That's revelation from man. Man that put that in this book that they wrote, and they're making it come true. But you can't see that because you have been brainwashed. You have been indoctrinated. So let us look at Revelation 13, 16, and 17. What does it say here? It says in verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now, because you don't get the mark in your right hand, you get it in your right arm. Okay, because in different eras, different words meant different things. You see what I'm saying? Just like how in different eras, hell in the Bible in Hebrew meant Sheol. And Sheol did not mean a place of burning fire. You see what I'm saying? So when these ministers and pastors, and mind you, not all of them are like that, because I have come across some pastors who have actually spoken the truth. So I respect that. So I'm not going to stereotype all pastors and ministers, but over 99% of them, okay, they are leading people into a burning building, they're brainwashing people, and they're misleading people. Okay, so let us look at this again. Revelation 13, chapter 13, verse 16 and 17. And he causeth all, both and small, great, rich, poor, free, bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. They make you think that the number 666 is the mark of the beast. They tricked you. No, it's not. But we will not get into that. Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. I'm going to repeat that. And that no man might buy or sell. In other words, if you don't take their mark, what they're injecting in your body, you will not be able to do commerce. What y'all don't realize is that the Bible was created on the premise of commerce. Okay? It was created on the premise of commerce and how to navigate in commerce. When you participate in commerce, it's one entity. But when you deal with your sovereignty, because even in the Bible, it says what? You serve a sovereign God. But every time you talk about your sovereignty, they say you're anti-government. You see, because y'all are being controlled. So, if in Revelation it says that the God in the Bible, okay, and he causeth all, both and small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the mark of the beast. In other words, they're talking about the God in the Bible is telling you that the devil did that, right? Well, let us see where we are at. Because if you cannot buy or sell, meaning that you cannot participate in commerce, what does that mean? Well, let us go to the next slide, because like I said, y'all going to call me a conspiracy theorist after this. I promise you, YouTube and Facebook, they're going to censor this. Let me share this other screen. Okay? But y'all want to tell me about the Bible? Don't tell me about the Bible, man, because y'all don't know this book like me. I know it inside out. All right? No pastor or minister or bishop could sit down with me and talk about this Bible. I promise you, they will hang up their belt. Okay? I dare any one of them to have a live conversation. We're not going to debate, because debate actually means to fight, to beat down. I don't want to beat you down, but let's have an argument, because you see, an argument is healthy, is a discussion to come to a resolve. So I want any minister, anyone that you consider to be a pastor, a minister, all right, let us have a live argument in front of the public, okay, on live wherever, and let's break this down. And I promise you, fam, you will not prevail. Now let us look at this. Growing list of cities and companies move to require vaccines. What to know? Let us read. New York City and Tyson Foods join a growing list of cities and companies that are requiring COVID-19 vaccinations to combat the highly contagious Delta variation that is ravaging pockets of the country. As of Tuesday, the 7-day average of blah, they're setting you up for the mark. That's what they're doing. They're setting you up for the mark. Now, mind you, I put all these links in the chat. Okay, so you could go do the research yourself. So that's number one, because you see what they do. These people create the problem to give you a solution. Okay, it is called out of chaos, they're going to create order. So that's number one. They're setting up the precedents for you to be able to take the mark. Let us go again. Next. It says what here? Boom. New vaccine mandates are coming for government employees and health care workers. Let's read. Across the country, officials are rolling out a new requirement for what? Mandatory vaccines for public employees, and the possibility of penalties if they fail to comply, as cases of Delta variant of the coronavirus rise sharply and vaccination rates stall. Why do you think people are rebelling against that? Because within their innate nature, they know deep within that something is wrong. Their higher self is talking to them and telling them, no, don't take it. But they want to force you to take this. Now they're making it mandatory. Okay? Nobody should be able to force you to inject anything in your temple. If your temple is the what does it say? The kingdom of heaven is where? Is within. So if your body is the temple of your God, why are you allowing people to force you to put poisons in your body when the God that you serve is supposedly living in your temple? The mayor of Los Angeles said Tuesday that the city employees would be required to be vaccinated. Required. And basically, it says what? Eric Garcetti noted that some employees had been asking for enhanced protection. The announcement follows a succession of similar ones on Monday in New York City. Mayor Bill de Blasio announced all city workers would have to either get vaccinated or tested weekly for the coronavirus. Family, these people, well, they can't force you because it's their system. But you see, that's what happens when you are not able to take care of yourself. You have to depend on the beast to feed you. So therefore, the beast could control your life. You feel me? But let us proceed. We got some more. Like I said, y'all are going to call me a conspiracy theorist, but I'm going to give y'all the truth and the facts. Those who hate it, that's on y'all. But I don't care. I'm going to bring it. Next, what does it say? Large medical practices around Florida are beginning to require their employees to get vaccinated, which could become more widespread as the Rona Delta variant continues its grip with new infections and hospitalizations. They're setting you up for the fall. In other words, they create the problem and they're giving you a solution. But you see, all that's fear. Let me ask you a question, right? And it's amazing that a lot of people on here, how much they're indigenous and this and that, and they're the first ones running to get this vaccine. Let me ask you a question, right? How come our ancestors didn't take vaccines? What is the difference between them and us? This is a rhetorical question. That's for you yourself to figure out. Now, I'm trying to see how they have this here. Boom. Anyway, let me see if we could read this here for some reason. It says what? New York City will require vaccinations for entry to restaurants and gyms. Isn't that amazing? How ironic. It says, all right, CNN Business. New York City will require proof of vaccination to enter all restaurants, fitness centers, and indoor entertainment venues. Mayor Bill de Blasio announced on Tuesday, if you are unvaccinated, unfortunately, you will not be able to participate in many things. De Blasio said, if you want to participate in what? In our society, family, it is their society. They say when you're in Rome, do as the Romans do. You see, a lot of you are caught up on entertainment. A lot of you are distracted and you don't look at the words. It's their society. And nobody is supposed to force you to be a part of their society because we have free will. And nobody is supposed to violate your free will. So when I talk to people that call themselves indigenous American aboriginals, we should have had our own societies. But you see, I'm trying to put y'all on game. But y'all are so caught up in your egos. You will not see where Chief is trying to take you. You cannot be a society and broke. But y'all don't get it, though. Y'all don't get it. I'm going to read this again. Mayor de Blasio said, if you are unvaccinated, unfortunately, you will not be able to participate in many things. So they're saying that taking a vaccination, okay, it is voluntary. They're telling you it's voluntary, but at the same time, they're telling you they're not giving you an option because they're trying to shun you or prevent you from participating in society, and not just society, their society. You see what I'm saying? Everything that I say, I could prove it. What does it say here? Our society, not yours, theirs. You see what I'm saying? And these people are an extension of the colonization society. They came into our indigenous land, colonized our people, and now they want to force us to participate in their societies. You know the reason why you don't have yours is because you are broke. But when I'm trying to put y'all up on game to teach y'all how to create your own, y'all don't see it. That's why I say you are your biggest enemy. It is their society. It says the policy will take effect over the next few weeks. You feel me? The city's move comes as businesses across the corporate America begin rolling out vaccine requirements for employees and in some cases for customers and clients to show their proof of vaccinations. Well, guess what? I'm going to have to die because they're not going to put that in my system. Period. Y'all think it's a game. And let me tell y'all something. When I say something, I don't just talk. I mean everything I say. You feel me? Nobody's going to force me to take their mark. Period. So for all you religious people that believe in your Bible, let me see y'all stand for what's true. Let me see you stand for what your Bible is saying, because I'm going to show you again. Okay? Don't talk to me about your Bible God if y'all not doing what the Bible is saying. What does the Bible say in Revelations chapter 13, 6, verse 6 and 7? It says what? And he causeth. In other words, he, talking about the big bad devil that they created. Even the Bible tell you don't take vaccinations. But a lot of you talk about the Bible, you believe in this God, but you take the vaccinations. And in the Bible, it tell you what? Don't take it. So y'all a bunch of hypocrites. Because even your Bible tell you don't put that in your system. In Revelations, it's right there. Prove me wrong. So why aren't pastors and ministers talking to their congregation and say, nah, our Bible tells us don't take this mark. We don't have to participate in this system. Let us create our own. This is an extension of Rome, and y'all don't see this. When you're in Rome, you're supposed to do as the Romans do. You think I care what people think? Huh? No. I'm going to stand for the truth, fam. I'm going to stand for the truth. If I have to eat rocks, I'm going to eat rocks. And that's my word. Now, let me show you something here real quick. Let me show you something real quick. Because you see, a lot of people, they caught up in religion. They caught up in religion. Well, let me show you exactly what religion is and what religion means. Because you see, people don't go into the words. In the beginning was the word. Well, let us go into the word. Let us go into the etymology of religion. All right. Now, first thing you have to do is this. All right. If you just, anytime you put the prefix re in front of a word. Now, if you just go look at the etymology of re, okay, this is how the English language is set up. If you go look at the etymology of just re, it doesn't mean to do again, because it is not a prefix in this sense. So if you look at the etymology, and for those of you who don't know what etymology is the foundation, the origin of a word, the original energy it was meant to carry. So that's why you have to be mindful with the words that you speak. So when you look at the etymology of the word re, just re, R-E, it is with reference to use when it comes to legalese, like res, okay? Property, goods, matter, things, affair, wealth and goods. That's what re means. However, when you put that little, whatever you call it, a dash, right after it, it becomes a prefix. Now let us look at the etymology of that re. All right. Like I said, Chief Kalinago is going to put y'all up on game. Okay. Re, word forming element, meaning what? Back, back from, back to the original place. Also, again, anew, once more. Also conveying the notion of undoing, backward. So, like I've said before, if I wrote a book and I said, family, do me a favor, go rewrite my book. That means the book was already written. Okay. If I say, hey, family, I drove my car forward, do me a favor, I'm blocking the hydrant, go reverse my car for me, please. That means the car was already driven forward. So, with that being said, if you are part of a religion, then it begs the question, what are you doing over? What is the definition, not the definition, but the true meaning of legion? Because it's religion. It means to do over, go back. The notion of undoing what you had before. Okay? Back to what? A place. The original place. So let us look at the true meaning of legion. And then when you put the words together, religion, you'll know exactly what you are and what you are part of. Legion. Let's go. What is a legion? Without the re, without the prefix. A legion is what? 12th century, a Roman legion. So Chief Kalinago could always prove what he's talking about. Like I said, this is an extension of Rome. You are being governed by Rome and you don't know. And let me ask you a question. Who are the original Romans? The original Romans are not Caucasians. Why do you think the Pope bows down to these so-called black people? Why do you think the so-called Madonna, the original one, is black, so-called black? Because the true royalties of Rome are still people that look like you and I, okay? But they put these pale people as a front, making you think it's them that's in control. But family, y'all got it twisted. That's why when I hear people, well, the white man do this, shut up. What y'all know? The white man ain't do, the so-called white man ain't doing nothing to you. You're doing it to yourself. It's people that look like you that's doing it. But they got the so-called white man as the gatekeepers. You see, y'all don't realize that. It's all about commerce. It's all about business. I want anybody to prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Because I could show you the facts of the Pope bowing down to people you could actually probably call black, even if black people don't exist. Okay? They are the true nobles. And for those of you who think in 1492, when they came into our indigenous land, you think it was so-called white people, think again. It was people who looked just like you. It was those nobles that came from across the sea. The so-called pale man didn't come into power until the late 1700s, early 1800s. Because before that, they were slaves all over the world. I want somebody to prove me wrong. But anyway, this is not about that. I've done many videos on that before. But let us look at legion. What legion is. Legion, a Roman legion, okay? A squad, band, company, Roman legion, from Latin, legionem, nominative, legio, Roman legion, a what? A body of soldiers, a levy of troops. Okay? So let me ask you a question. If a legion is an army, if a legion is a body of soldiers, then let me ask you, what is a religion? All you are doing is you are bringing back that army from Rome. I don't know if you are ready for this. But you know, for those that are ready, I'm going to give it to you. So I'm going to repeat that again because it might not make sense to a lot of you. It might go over your head the very first time. Everybody have religions, right? So what's a legion? I just showed you what re means, the prefix, okay? With the RE, with that little dash next to it, whatever you call the dash. It doesn't matter, it's a dash, okay? That's considered to be a prefix. It means to do over, to go back to the original of what follows the prefix. So if that is indeed the case, and it's indeed a fact, so therefore legion is what? A body of soldiers, a levy of troops. So therefore, anytime you have a religion, it means that you brought back that system from Rome. So you are being governed by that army. So hence, Christianity is a legion, an army. Islam is an army. Okay? Judaism is an army. And guess what? They are all Abrahamic religions. So what does that mean? It means that they all came from the same root, that same place. It's like a mother having 20 children, and some of them are Bloods and Crips, but they think they are different. Family, don't play with my intelligence when I talk to these ministers because they cannot mess with me. Okay, I want any one of them. I don't care who it is. TD Jakes, Joel Austin, Creflo Dollar, any one of them. Kirk Franklin, I'm talking about Donnie McClurkin, whatever their name is, Joyce Mayer or Bayer, whatever her name is, any one of them. I want on live TV, let's have a conversation. And I promise you, they're not going to take up that challenge because they want to keep people sheep. That's what they want to do. Why do you think the churches was used for a trap? Because they know that's the first place people are going to go when you put them in fear. They're going to run back to what they were indoctrinated with when they were growing up. So the church is always the first place. Even during slavery, the slave masters would run to the church and pick them up because the ministers will make a deal. Okay? Why do you think they always go to the churches first? Let's get them vaccinated. But I just showed you in Revelations 13, 16, and 17, it tells you that's exactly what's happening right now. And they're making you think it's prophecy. It's man's prophecy. Okay, they created this system. Okay, it's a commercial system that came down from Rome. This ain't got nothing to do from a sky that is prophecy. No, that doesn't exist. That's the prophecy of man. The people, the so-called powers they be. Because they want you to continue to be their slaves. Okay, I think I'm sharing my screen. I don't know if I'm sharing it, but I don't know. Let me see. I thought I was sharing my screen. No, it looked like I wasn't sharing it. I swore I was. Man, maybe you know what? I'm gonna do it again because I don't know if they stop sharing my screen because, like I said, they're gonna censor this. It's all good. I don't care. I don't care. But I'm gonna speak it. All right. Revelations 13, 16, and 17. What does it say? And he calls it. Who's he? They make you think it's a big red devil with pitchforks and horns. No, that was created. That's man-made. All right. The governments are the devils. The people in so-called power there be that's doing evil are the devils. All devil means and Satan means is adversary. That's all it means. But to participate in this system, you have to take the mark if you have to buy or sell. What is buying and selling is doing commerce. That's called doing commerce. So therefore, like I showed y'all before, what re means to do again, legion. What does it say here? A legion, a Roman legion, a body of soldiers, a levy of troops. So all they are doing is bringing back the army. That's what religion is. I've given you this before. And let me just put the coffin, let me put the nail in the coffin because I showed y'all this before. So if you want to be able to buy and sell, and what does that mean? Again, Chief Kalanago could prove what he is talking about. Title 28, U.S. Code, Section 3002, subsection 15A. United States means what? A federal corporation. Right here. Boom. You see how I tie everything to validate and prove to you exactly what I'm talking about. Didn't the Bible talking about buying and selling? What is buying and selling considered? Commerce, right? For those of you that think the United States is a country or nation, what does it tell you right here? It's what? It's a corporation. Man, I could just drop the mic right there. I could drop the mic. Period. You see what I'm saying, family? Man, listen, man. Y'all better wake up because, like I said, I tried the route trying to build with indigenous people for us to create our own. I run into a whole lot of haters, a whole lot of people who want to be chiefs, but nobody want to be Indians. All right. So that didn't work. But they on here always talking about togetherness. So I had to walk away from that. I started teaching people about law and legal. I had to walk away from that. I started teaching people about history. I had to walk away from that. Why? Because you know what? I realized it all boiled down to if you don't have financial power, you ain't got a voice. And it's really that simple. So I'm teaching y'all how to build your bank so now you could create your own societies, but y'all don't want to hear me though. Y'all don't want to hear me. You know what I'm saying? What are the, give me a second here. Because everything that I talk about, okay, I'm always able to prove it. All right? Always able to prove it. Okay? Now, let us go here for a second. I'm going to share my screen again. And please do your own research. I don't want anybody to believe me. I want y'all to think Chief Kalanago is full of BS. He don't know what he's talking about, and he's lying. Let us go. Boom. Look it up for yourself. Okay? What are is actually the main three Abrahamic religions. You see all this, the signals right here to the right. Right here. The very top here You have the half moon with the little with the little star, Christianity right here with the cross, and then you have the other one right here, okay, with the star of whatever it is. Okay, now let us do a little bit. Reading is fun for the mental. Now, when people refer to the Abrahamic religions, they are usually thinking of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. There are, in fact, more Abrahamic religions such as Bahir, Faith, Yazidi, Druze, Druze, what's that? Samaritan, and Rastafarian. Okay, they are all Abrahamic religion. So don't think when you see Rastafarian talking about Selassie and I, they all came from Rome. Okay, they all came from Rome. Selassie, okay, came from Rome. All of them, they're Abrahamic religion. They have the same mother. But y'all over here hating each other. Oh, I'm a Christian. I don't like Muslims. Oh, I'm a Muslim. I don't like Judaism. You see, but y'all so ignorant. Y'all don't even realize that it's the same people that gave you all of them. You see what I'm saying? So like I tell people, man, spare me, man. When people get into their emotions, and I'm talking to everybody, even my family, man. When y'all come to me with the respect that this man know what he's talking about. I know the Bible better than all of these pastors because let me tell you something. They know it, but they don't break it down and tell people the truth. But I have dissected that book from beginning to end. I could sit with you and break it down. And only the truth will set you free. Nothing else but the truth. So if y'all want to go ahead and take these people's poisons, go ahead and do that. But you see me, I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. And I've already made up my mind. I'm not taking their mark. Period. You know why? Because I don't believe in death. That doesn't exist. I'm immortal. For those of you that are afraid to stand up and realize who you are, that's on you. I'm immortal because I know I'm not the flesh. You feel me? So all you so-called conscious people, how conscious are you? Because all conscious means is knowledge, to be aware. What are you aware of? What are you aware of? You know how long I've been making an attempt to link with my indigenous brothers and sisters so we could create our own? Because nobody's supposed to force us, especially in our indigenous original land, force us to be part of this society. It is a voluntary system. That's why de Blasio said, what? Our society. In other words, it's a Roman society. If you don't want to be a part of it, well, go ahead. Do you. But you think it's mandatory. It is a corporation that they created on our indigenous land. You feel me? But everything that I talk about, I bring you the facts. I validate the things that I talk about. So I don't want people to think I'm speculating. You know why? Because documentation beats conversation. I don't just have conversations. I give you the facts. So for all you ministers of every church that's across the country and across the world, why are you asking people to take vaccinations? So that they're able to buy and sell and do commerce. Isn't that telling you that that's the mark of the beast? I mean, how blind can you be? That's why in your Bible, what? Your Jesus said what? Those who have eyes, let them see, and ears, let them hear. Obviously, people have physical eyes and physical ears, but that's not what the allegorical Jesus is talking about. And I say allegorical because he wasn't a real man. You feel me? Because y'all cannot see in the spirit. You cannot hear in the spirit. You can't. And I'm going to show you the etymology of one more thing before I get out of here. Let me give you another etymology. I tell people, man, this world right here, man, I don't know. That's why they call it a planet. Y'all are trapped in this net and y'all don't realize that. It was a plan. You think it's a coincidence they call it planet? No, It was planned to trap you, okay? To trap you. Let me give y'all game, man. Let me give y'all the game. It's a plan. It's a net. Why do you think when fishermen go to fish, yes, they could catch fish with a hook, but no, if you want to catch a shoal of fish, what do? You use a net. A net. Why do you think the allegorical Jesus said what? I'm going to teach you how to be fishers of men. It was all part of that society to trap you. It's a plan. It was a plan to trap you using a net. Man, I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm beyond my years in wisdom, man, and intelligence. You know, that could be a gift and it could be a curse. It's a gift because you know the truth, and it's a curse because the people you're trying to save, they're the ones that's going to crucify you. Ain't that the story of the allegorical Jesus? That's why I tell people I'm Christ. Y'all don't even know that. Look at this. For all those of you that keep talking about God, 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 let me show you the etymology of the word God, okay? And just to show you and prove to you that all the concepts of God were taken from indigenous cultures and sum up into one word. That's why my ancestors didn't use the word God. When they were forced to use anything outside of what they were used to, they just say Great Spirit because it summed up everything that they believe in. They didn't use the word God. But let us look at the etymology of the word God, okay? Also God, Old English, God, supreme being, deity. It says what? The Christian God. It didn't say the Islam God. It didn't say the Judaism God. It didn't say no, it says the Christian God. Okay, so it's only Christians believe in that God. That's number one. Let's get that straight. Okay, image of God, God-like person. Okay, now let us scroll. Let us read some more. Which it says what? Which is of uncertain origin. So even with the original meaning of the word, they're telling you there's no certain origin that they know of. It was just a word that was created, made up, which is of uncertain origin. Okay? Now, it says what? That means what? Means to invoke. 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 And as it says what? The notion could be divine entity summoned to a sacrifice. So anytime you speak of God, in its true essence, you're talking about invoking, okay? Summon a sacrifice. My question is, what are you invoking? You see, that's when people just talk. They have no idea what they're talking about. Because whenever you say God, you have to invoke a spirit. That's what our ancestors did. You feel me? So when I tell people I'm a God, I'm not talking about the concept of God, what you think it is. I'm talking about I'm invoking the spirits of my ancestors. That's why I'm a God. Y'all better learn. Let's read some more. But some trace it to pi, gutu, poured, from root gu to pour. To pour what? Libation. Isn't that what our ancestors did? So everything that indigenous people did, okay, they took the word and they put it in everything and they put it in one word and said God. And like I said, our ancestors didn't use that word. They preferred the Great Spirit. Okay? Let us read some more. Also in phrase gut, Gaia, poured earth, referring to a burial mound. Who are the mound builders? Man, listen. Do I need to stop right here? Because I'm showing you everything they took it from the Americas. You feel me? Because we gave the world civilization. I'm going to read this again. Okay, just to give you a few of it, just a few key points or key words. Invoke, okay? Summoned sacrifice, like to pour libation. Now I'm gonna put the needle on, I'm gonna put the nail in the coffin. What? Referring to what? A burial mound. Let us read some more. Man, I'm telling y'all, man, don't play with me, man. Okay? Let us continue and read here. It says what? Originally a netter noun in Germanic, the gender shifted to what? Masculine after the coming of what? Christianity. So that means Christianity wasn't always around. There was a time when Christianity came. So therefore, Christianity had a beginning and it will have an end. Okay? Because it is not of nature. No religion is of nature. You feel me? Because all legion means is an army, war, okay? But it used to be feminine because the energy of the Great Spirit in terms of creation, we reverenced the femininity of nature. That's why it's called Mother Nature. That's why we have our women on pedestals. You feel me? Good probably was closer to sense to Latin numen. A better word to translate Dios might have been Proto-Germanic and Zeus, but this was used only of the highest deities in the German religion and not of foreign gods. So therefore there are many gods. Just like in the Bible, when it says, let us, they were not just talking about a trinity. They had different gods. They had a God that created some things in nature. They had gods that say, let us create man in our likeness and image. They had gods that created different things. But I'll leave this here. Okay? I'll leave this here. I just want y'all to see exactly what I'm talking about. You feel me? So whenever you speak of God, know what you're invoking. Don't just say you're a God because you think it is what you think it is. No, God means to invoke, to pour libation. So when you are invoking, doing that sacrifice, okay, what or whom are you doing it onto? What spirit are you evoking? Why do you think people that's in religion, when they pray to God, they are the most broke? They're the most tormented. They are the most poorest people. So they tell you, oh, the meek shall inherit the earth. No. No. Because it wasn't the meek that created the earth. You feel me? It was intelligence, powerful intelligence, great intelligence that created the earth. So how in heaven's name is the meek going to inherit what they didn't create? Come on, man. But a lot of this stuff is going to go over some people's heads, and it's going to make some people uncomfortable, and it's going to let a lot of people not want to talk to me, and it's fine. Because I'm my own man. And I have to, pave my own path, because I'm going to keep traveling the road that's less traveled, because I know that's what's going to lead to my salvation. You feel me? That's what's going to lead to my salvation. So I just want to come drop some of this information here for y'all. You do what you want with it, but I gave you the facts. I gave you the truth. Okay? So whenever you speak of God, know that you are invoking spirits. You feel me? If a lot of our people, they believe in this Bible God so much, why are they the most broke people? Why do we have the highest levels of crime? But we have the most churches on the corner. Obviously, the spirit that you're invoking is not working for you. It's working for the people who gave it to you. And if y'all cannot wake up and see that, I'm telling you, there's no hope for y'all, because your God is not working for you. You feel me? If you believe in, you have so much faith in your God, why do you need a vaccine? If you have so much faith in Jesus and Jesus was raising people from the dead, which he wasn't raising people from the dead physically. It was a spiritual death. But of course, y'all pastor got y'all thinking it was people who actually died physically that this man was resurrected. No, that's not true. Okay, it was raising people from the spiritual death. It wasn't physical death. Once the body goes, nobody could bring it back. Period. It was a spiritual death. So let me ask you a question. Why can't y'all pray to Jesus and let Jesus prevent you from getting the COVID? So what you're trying to tell me, the vaccine is more powerful than your Jesus? You see what I'm saying? So everything that you are talking about and teaching people is contradictory to what that book is saying. Everything. Why do all churches have 501c3s? That's contradictory to what it says in the book. Because the church is the temple. And where's the temple? The temple is within. The kingdom of heaven is within. So why are you down on your knees looking outside of yourself for the kingdom? And if the kingdom of heaven already came, why are you looking for it? If you don't believe me, go ask Jesus. He said it. What did he tell his disciples? You will live to see the kingdom of heaven. Let me ask you a question. Are his disciples around today? No. So that means that they already saw the kingdom. What did he tell them? The kingdom of heaven is within you. Go look within you. It already came. But no, Chief Kalanago is a conspiracy theorist. No, he don't believe in God. No, I don't believe in your God. Because your God is not working for you. Most people who believe in the Bible, God, they're the ones that sick the most. They have the most diseases. They have chronic pains. They got chronic diseases. They got chronic ailments, and they're broke. But yet still your God is a God of abundance. Come on, man. Man, listen. I think I gave y'all enough. I'm out of here. And like I said, I love y'all. That's why I do this. And the Spirit spoke to me. All right, my higher self spoke to me and said, you know what, Chief? You saw this post for a reason. The first thing, as soon as I go on Facebook, I saw a sister drop a couple of little something, but I had to go a little more deeper than that. So I just said, let me just drop it on y'all today. So whether you saw value in this, it is what it is. But I gave you the truth. Well, you may ask, well, Chief, what's the solution? The solution is find yourself, because everyone is supposed to govern themselves. You feel me? Let's stop allowing these governments to play us for fools and puppets. You dig? While they are not putting that poison in themselves. You think when they're on TV talking about, oh, we're taking the vaccination? No, that's water. Okay? That's water, some sweet sugar. They're putting in they're injecting in themselves. They're not going to put that poison in themselves and give that to their children. Are you crazy? You think Fauci is going to take what he's telling y'all to take? You think Bill Gates is going to take what he's telling y'all to take? You think de Blasio is going to take what he's telling y'all to take? No, they're not going to do it. All this is a game. It's a business. And the business is to make you a slave for the rest of your life. Stay in this net that they planned, hence it's called a planet. But for you to escape this realm, you have to stop going with the status quo. You got to let go religion and find yourself. Free yourself from the legion, the army of Rome, Christianity, Judaism, Islam, all these religions, they are armies, and you are nothing but a prisoner of war. If y'all cannot handle the truth, man, don't come on this platform. Go subscribe to other people that's here to mislead y'all. And guess what? I'm not passing no collection plate. This is free. It's on me. So y'all go ahead and do what you want with this. And I'm not mad. It's just the passion. And sometimes just seeing that people are walking around so blindly, that is bothersome. An entire nation, in fact, not even a nation, an entire corporation with over 300 and something million people. And you're trying to tell me you got just a few controlling the masses? Huh? Do you know what that means? What it reminds me of? A cowboy who has, I would say, about 500 bulls and 2 cowboys on a horse controlling 500 bulls. Do you really think if this bull say, listen, man, you cannot control us? Do you think 2 cowboys could control 500 bulls? But no, they were programmed from year high, where just all it takes is a horse and a whip, and they're going to control you. In this day and age, they don't need the whip. They don't need the chain. They got your brain. Why? Because they are governing your mental. I dropped